I know that many people, especially women, in this situation might miss the motivation to take care of themselves. And as a personal stylist, one of the tips that I'm giving more and more is about keep on instead taking care of ourselves and keep our beauty routine every day. And especially when we have those virtual meetings, or if you want to create your own video content in this situation, you just need to try to look your best. Now, I have involved a makeup artist and skincare expert because I think there are maybe some tricks and tips that we would like to know to look our best through a video. So, hi Claire.
Hi.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. So I'm Claire. I'm a makeup artist and skincare specialist. Obviously, I work a lot with women in just making themselves feel better, not only with makeup, but with skincare as well. So it really goes hand in hand. Really, it's just all about how you want to make yourself feel good and look your best. So even if it is just from the waist up.
Yeah, well, it is from the waist up, which is, I think for many is a good thing, really, because, you know, creating a whole outfit is a struggle for many. So we need to see the positive side of it. We just need to focus on our top part, right?
Yeah, like a newsreader does. We never know what those newsreaders are wearing underneath that desk, do we? So they always look good from the waist up. So yeah, we can just have a little chat about what I would say the main focus of things to do. So for me, it does always start with skincare. So if this is a great time to get your skincare back on track, or if you've got no idea of what you're doing with it, it's a good time to start investing and start reading up, or you can speak to me about that. I'm happy to help with any skincare troubles that you may have. And really just focusing on the things that you love about yourself with the makeup. So making your skin look fresh and clear as you want it to look. You know, some people have a real, I need to make my skin look as beautiful as possible. And some people aren't so much bothered. They want to make their brows look great, or they want to have a nice full lip colour. So it's really just working with what you love about yourself and what you want to highlight and what makes you feel good as well.
Exactly. And, you know, most of my clients, for example, they don't really have a makeup routine. I do. This is part of my routine and I do it on a daily basis. But many don't, and they don't like to spend much time on it. So do you have any specific tips on how to have, I don't know, a quick makeup that we can do before a video call, a virtual meeting, you know, some easy tricks to do?
Yeah, sure. So I think for those clients, your clients that you mentioned that don't have time or don't like to spend a lot of time doing it, I would absolutely not give them something really overly complicated. So I would keep it really simple and quick, but effective. So those three things I would incorporate into their skincare routine. So a good cleanse, tone and moisturize twice a day. Once they've got those absolutely nailed and they're almost, they feel bad for not doing it, then I would add in my two hero products, which would be a serum and an eye cream. So those two really elevate your skincare routine. But starting them off with a cleanse, tone, moisturize, and once you get that ingrained, and I think once someone's done that for 3 weeks, they'll start to see a difference on their skin, and it will also become part of a routine. And then for makeup, I think it's completely realistic to be able to do a very quick makeup within 10 minutes, as long as you don't have too many skin concerns. So if somebody does have quite a lot of blemishes that they're quite concerned about, sometimes it takes a little bit longer just to cover those. But realistically, you know, most women, if you're taking longer than 15 or 20 minutes to do your makeup on a daily basis, that you're doing something wrong, or you're putting too much on, in my opinion. I think a 15-20 minute makeup routine is absolutely ample to show you at your best.
Mm-hmm. And what are your essentials? I mean, what are the essentials that you would suggest to people to have in their beauty case?
So sure, I would probably say an under eye concealer. Most people will want that in their makeup bag. You can have a nice dual product which is for lips and cheeks. So Bobbi Brown, for instance, will do one. Stila will do one where you can use, it's like a creamy product where you can use it on your lips and give a bit of colour to the cheeks as well. And that gives you that instant lift, and it means you don't have a lot of products. Brows are quite big business. So some kind of eyebrow product, either a pencil, a brush or a powder, something just to define your brows. I love an eyelash curler. So even if you haven't got time to put mascara on, even if you curl your lashes, it gives that little kick out and just opens your eyes up a little bit more. And obviously if you've got any blemishes, a good concealer. So you can kind of get away with maybe 5 products in your makeup bag for that real quick, oh, I just want to make myself just look a little bit fresher and just a little bit more awake.
Good, awesome. And you know, as a personal stylist, one of the styling tools that I work with my clients is color, actually. And not everyone loves to wear color. So one of the things that I suggest to do is to wear color in another way, so through makeup. That can be also with a tiny touch of lipstick or with the right colored shade of blush. So what do you think about that?
So I love a bit of lip colour and cheek colour. I probably got a bit too much blusher on today, but sometimes I don't notice that I've got too much on because I love it, because it really lifts your skin. And it just gives you that nice, you want that sort of flushed look as if you've just been outside, so you look fresh and not too overdone. So if you're scared of a bit of colour, generally I go with what colour you would normally flush at. So some people do suit more of a cooler tone and some suit a warmer tone. So you just kind of have a look at your sort of skin tone, see what colours you're drawn to normally with clothing, and you can kind of gauge it from there. A lot of people are scared of lip colour. So what I say to a lot of my clients is desensitise yourself with a lip colour and start mixing it in with a little bit of lip balm. So find a colour that you like, maybe a colour similar to your own lip colour. Bobbi Brown are great at doing this, and this is how Bobbi Brown founded her company to begin with. She created the lip colours that were a very natural colour. So you can kind of test it, just hold it.
Weirdly enough, I'm wearing a Bobbi Brown lipstick today.
Yeah. You see, she had some, well, she's still got it, although she doesn't own the company anymore. But when she created them, that's what she did. She did it so it's like your natural lip colour. So find something similar to your natural lip colour, pop a little bit on. You can even just use, just pop it on with your finger, a little bit of lip balm as well. See how you go. And just each day, add a little bit more of the lip colour and less of the lip balm. And then you'll get to that point where you'll be used to seeing your face with some colour on it. Because some women are very scared. They'll go, I never wear lip colour. So you have one end of the spectrum of ladies that will say, I don't feel dressed without a red lip. And then you'll have the other end where people will go, oh, I never wear lipstick.
Yeah, it's true. So, no.
Yeah.
I know. But I think also when people start seeing the power of color, they don't get back.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Step by step, we need to get there step by step. And also I think from the screen I think fades a bit the colors. So even if you apply a bit more than usual, people don't have the perception that we have at the mirror, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So normally, especially when I'm doing photographic work, the camera does take off a certain amount of the makeup. So it will look less so on camera than it does in real life. It is a little bit tricky it's so weird with the way the cameras are on your phones or on your laptop or with your tablet. So it may look a little bit different, but don't be scared of just adding that little flush of colour, just so it gives you that healthy glow. I'm not saying that you have to wear makeup. This is just a little tip that if you want to look your best, and actually if you're going to keep these videos for use time and time again, you want to enjoy using them rather than thinking, oh, I recorded that really quickly, I wish I'd done that, or I wish I'd put a little bit more lipstick on, or I wish I'd brushed my hair. It could be anything, because it might not just be you'll be using it at this time that you want to get your message across to people. You might think, actually, that video applies to my business for whenever I want to share it. So yeah, it's a good idea to get it right.
Exactly.
So that you don't have to keep re-recording it, because let's face it, not everybody's going to get up and want to put their makeup on and get themselves looking absolutely perfect whilst this is happening, because it is a chance for us to not wear any makeup and get a good skincare routine, let our skin not have any makeup on it to feel a little bit healthy, and to wear something comfortable. I'm not saying we have to do this every day, but I'm not saying that we have to get dressed every day either. So it's just finding that balance. But if you're going to make the effort, do your hair, do your makeup, put something nice on, and record all of your videos on that particular day and get it all done. You're not going to release them all on the same day, so at least you've got them done. They're filed, and you can then share them as and when you want to.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what I do. I mean, people ask me, how can you do that? Because they know that I am a mom, and so apart from my business, I have so many other things to do. And they ask me, oh, how can you find the time to do that? Well, and I do as you said before. So I get ready once, and I record 3, maybe 4 videos in a row. And then I publish them for, once a week.
Yeah,
so
perfect.
I only have to do the extra effort once a month, really.
Yeah.
And you said something before about, dressing up and making the extra effort. From a styling point of view, especially in this situation, I like to share this tip. So people tend to give up on the style, on the look, on what to wear, because they are staying at home, not meeting people. But the risk is just that we are, at a certain point, we are just lacking in confidence, because we don't find, again, the motivation to do that. But I want to give people the motivation is yourself and your own confidence and the way you feel about yourself. So instead of thinking I have to dress up nicely because of someone else's opinion, you should dress up nicely because of yourself. Mm-hmm. And try this. Even on those days when you wake up and you feel really, really low, if you do something for yourself, if you wear something nice, you are immediately going to lift up your spirit and feel better with yourself. If you just let go, you're going to feel even lower. Yeah. So I think it is really important, even if you don't want to wear a dress with heels at home. Yeah. I'm not doing that, obviously, but just doing something nice for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think sometimes, so I always wear really nice underwear. I just think, nice. I think it's just a nice thing to do, even if I'm just wearing tracksuit bottoms and a t-shirt, or but I think it's really important, because you put it on, you think, I just kind of feel a bit more together when I've got that on. It's a really strange thing, and there's some people have certain things that make them feel dressed, so I never feel dressed unless I've got earrings in. It's just little things that you think, oh, that makes me feel like me. And I think sometimes you just get out of the habit, because we don't know how long this is going to go on for, and obviously we've been on lockdown for a few weeks now. You kind of get out of the habit of putting nice clothes on, and then all of a sudden you'll see that one top and you go, I really like that top, and you just think, yeah, I'm going to put it on actually because it makes me feel nice. It isn't for anybody else, it's just that I just really like that top and it makes me feel nice when I put it on.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I have one last question. Sure. So what about, you were mentioning the concealer before for the eyes. So sure. Can you share with us some tips about corrective makeup? Because I think, again, from the screen, because we focus the attention on our health part, maybe we want to be, sure that we cover our flaws, like red spots or our dark circles. So any specific tip about that?
So with the under eye coverage, I think a lot of people concentrate on this area quite a lot. So actually, don't forget the very inner corner. So the very inner corner, because sometimes some people will get that very sort of dark, bluey, purpley kind of colour, and also just this very outer corner here as well. So when you're putting it on, normally, unless you're super young and you haven't got any fine lines or wrinkles, those lucky people out there, it's normally more of a liquid serum-y type under eye concealer. So normally I would say you get the ones with the little foam applicators, they're quite popular. So I would just dot it right in the inner corner and along anywhere that's got a little bit of shadow. And I always use my ring finger. So I use the whole pad of my ring finger So no using these two fingers because they're quite firm sometimes and they just put too much pressure on that really delicate eye area. No dragging. So we're literally just going to go in and tap as you go through and just blend it all the way through. So just blend. That would be my tip for concealer and under eye concealer as well. So pop it on, blend with your finger and just make sure that it's all feathered out into the outer part. So if you do have a big spot that you need to cover, pop it on the spot and then just blend it out and feather out that colour to the rest of your skin so there's no sort of line around the blemish.
Awesome.
Okay.
I think we've done. And if people want to catch up with us and ask some questions, we are going to be live with a joint live on Instagram on the 26th, which is Sunday at 11 a.m. So that's it. If you want
we look forward to lots of questions on the live. So if anybody's got any sort of burning questions about styling tips or any makeup tips that they just want to ask either one of us, then we're happy to take any questions. It'll be like our little live Q&A session on Sunday the 26th of April at 11 o'clock.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Claire. Speak soon. Bye bye.
My pleasure. Bye.